In 1995, Pat Riley submitted a memo to the Miami Heat over Micky Arison. 14 points. Point 1, 5 years, $50 million. Point 2, 10% ownership stake immediately. Point 3, another 10% over the course of the contract. Point 4, a loan from the Heat to cover his tax payments on the stake. Arison agreed to all of it. The most powerful negotiator in NBA history negotiated for himself first. The document proves it. Here's what that memo created.
He wasn't unemployed long. The Miami Heat gave him a $40 million deal, part ownership, absolute power. But did they tamper?
There was never, ever any contact on my behalf or anybody who represented me legally to make a deal with anybody until after I resigned.
Here is how NBA ownership works. A franchise is valued based on revenue, market size, and competitive success. Every dollar saved on player salaries flows to the ownership group.
Nearly half of NBA teams are losing money, and then even if you factor in revenue sharing, 9 of the 30 were in the red.
Now to basketball, the NBA's Board of Governors and Players Association will hold separate meetings today, expected to culminate with an agreement on starting the 2020-21 season on December 22nd and play a reduced 72-game schedule, sources have told ESPN. The Players Association is planning to take a formal vote of the team player representatives late today, and sources told ESPN that everything is progressing toward an agreement on a pre-Christmas start to the season.
No other person in NBA history has held this position at championship level for 30 years. LeBron James had won 2 championships in Miami, 4 straight finals appearances. He was the best player in basketball, and he was about to become a free agent.
LeBron James has led the Heat to back-to-back NBA titles, but when asked about being a free agent next summer and where he could possibly end up, LeBron told our Chris Broussard, "I have absolutely no idea."
LeBron James, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Bosh all have the option of opting out of their contracts after next season. Chris Bosh and Dwyane Wade will not opt out because they want to stay in Miami, and ain't nobody that's going to come along because of D. Wade's health and because of Chris Bosh, even though he's a very good player and a class individual. LeBron James may decide to join them by opting in, albeit for different reasons. Obviously, the Los Angeles Lakers are going to have cap room. LeBron James is not that interested in being in Los Angeles. Miami is 1. Cleveland is 1A.
Pat Riley, team president, ownership stakeholder, met with LeBron's representatives in Las Vegas. Riley asked LeBron to take less than the maximum so the Heat could build around him. LeBron's camp responded with silence. He returned to Cleveland.
LeBron James picks Cleveland. The decision made, the explanation simple enough. There it is. James' Instagram post, "I'm coming home."
So now, LeBron returning home with knowledge, with experience, and quite a talent for putting pen to paper.
Yeah, forget business. James' choice here entirely personal. For all the success he found with the Heat, there's one thing he couldn't replace: Ohio. He is a hometown boy, and the reasons he listed for returning to the Cavs on Sports Illustrated's website read like a love letter.
Dwyane Wade had been a Miami Heat franchise player for 13 years. 3 championships, 1 Finals MVP. The face of the franchise.
Feel they can just put their head down without any resistance. Oh, what a block from Wade! What a turnaround play! Wade with a remarkable rejection.
Coaches say things that
it sounds good.
Yeah, a little bit. Look at the moves. The dancing by Wade and the 2. Oh, kick up your heels and go to the dance floor. Wade. This game, Miami, their big.
Wade behind his back, pretty play, spinning shot off the glass and in. What a shot by Dwyane Wade.
The previous summer, 2015, negotiations had been so contentious that Wade took a 1-year deal rather than a long-term extension. 1 year to prove a point. He averaged 19 points. He led the Heat to the second round of the playoffs.
After LeBron James and Kevin Love, Miami Heat guard Dwyane Wade has also decided to opt out of the final year of his contract. The Miami Herald reported in May that Wade hopes to land a 3-year contract, but that there is, quote, a sizable gap between the salary Wade is seeking and what Miami wants to pay him. The 33-year-old signed a 2-year, $31.1 million deal with Miami last summer. Wade reportedly is open to leaving the team if the two sides can't resolve differences in contract negotiations. Wade just completed his 12th season with the Heat.
Then in 2016, he became a free agent again. This time, the Heat offered him a 2-year contract. Wade's camp asked to negotiate directly with owner Micky Arison, not Pat Riley.
Wade has been the heart and soul of the Heat for 13 seasons. We all know that, and it may stay that way. Sources say the Heat are offering Wade a 2-year deal worth about $40 million. Now, in essence, that's the same pay he got last season when Wade, at age 34, turned back the clock. He stayed healthy and played great. Wade seemed miffed this offseason with the Heat's first offer, but now maybe he will be happy and stay put.
The Bulls offered $47,500,000. Wade signed with Chicago.
NBA superstar Dwyane Wade made a stunning announcement. After 13 years and 3 NBA championships, Wade is leaving the Miami Heat for the Chicago Bulls. He's agreed to a nearly $48 million 2-year deal with the Bulls. That's the end of an era in Miami and the latest big move by an NBA player this week. Wade co-hosts Live with Kelly later this morning.
So he'll be talking about it, and a lot of fans have already taken their Dwyane Wade and Miami Heat jerseys and just taken them to the fire pit.
Riley later said publicly he wished he had fought harder for Wade. Every major Heat player contract for 30 years passed through Pat Riley. Every single one of those negotiations happened while Riley held an ownership stake that increased in value when player costs decreased. The NBA approved it. The players negotiated against it. Most of them never knew. No league rule prohibited this arrangement. No CBA provision required Riley to disclose his ownership stake to players he was negotiating against. Pat Riley is still the president of the Miami Heat. He is still negotiating player contracts. And he still holds his ownership stake. On December 31st, 2029, the current collective bargaining agreement expires. Every player's salary negotiated between now and that date passes through a man who profits from keeping those salaries low.
We're going to dig our heels into the ground on this moment. It's like, no, look, we all have to come together for a compromise. And Michelle Roberts is one of the best in the business. So she made sure Adam Silver is one of the best in the business, if not the best commissioner in all of sports. So if they agreed on these parameters, that means that these are fair and balanced.
The most powerful negotiator in NBA history negotiated for himself first. The document proves it. The next CBA negotiation begins December 31st, 2029. And you can bet he'll be in the room. If you want to see the last time a franchise underpaid a superstar and called it loyalty, click the card right now.